guys, what is going on? Blossom's back and welcome to a different video on the channel today. Today's video is going to be more discussion based. A couple days ago I made a video talking about the sorry state of prize cars and top drives, and that video garnered a lot of attention and a lot of replies down in the comments. A lot of people were kind of, showcasing their feedback and replying to what I had to say and how they feel about the game as well. And I decided, you know what, let's make a video about that. I want to highlight the comments that were from that video. I want to highlight your sentiment, I want to reply to them as well, and have some nice little discussion, right? I feel like I want to make more videos like this going forward in top drives. I feel like there's a lot of hot topics to talk about right now. The game is changing a lot. Some might say for the better, but I think many more will say for the worse. I don't like where top drives is right now. I think that it's very mundane. I feel like they are forcing you to do way too much for way too little, and I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments as well. So that's what I want to highlight today. So I want to start off with the top comment over here by Elam84. I think he nailed it. He hit it out the park, okay? His comment, which I completely agree with, says this: played for 7 years, and you're 100% right. There is no incentive to try and win prize cards. Hutch seems to be praying for FOMO pack buying. It probably works for them with the newer players. This donkey isn't interested in carrots anymore. Yeah, I'm with you, man. We're two donkeys in the same boat. I don't want to eat their carrots anymore, right? There really is no incentive to try and win prize cards anymore, especially for veteran players like us that felt that adrenaline rush of a tri-series, that know what it meant to really get a high in top drives. And I gotta say, winning a tri-series prize car, getting that adrenaline rush, that rush of dopamine from winning a prize car, is one of the highest highs in gaming I've ever felt in my entire life, okay? And I'm talking like, console games, PC games, mobile games, just winning, just getting top 12, top 8, top 10 in the tri-series. Not many things beats that, right? And I think what else he's also right is it highlights the fact that, Hutch is trying to make the newer players pay more, right? Because I feel like from the tri-series standpoint, newer players don't spend as much, because I guess newer players kind of know that they don't have a chance, so why would they open anything, right? So it's really just the whales that open the packs. But now with this new system where you need to collect more cards of lower rarity, and to make it seem like, I feel like the thing I hate about challenges is that challenges gives an illusion that everything is supposed to be easier. I don't know why, but in top drives, players just think that, oh, if it's a challenge, it should be easier than a tri-series. I guess an easy way to put it is, if it's not called a tri-series, it's not going to be as hard as a tri-series. It's really stupid. I'm not going to call everybody, but I genuinely think maybe about 40% of the player base, they're pretty stupid, not going to lie. And yeah, I feel like Hutch is trying to make that 40% pay. They're trying to make events that give them an illusion that they actually have a chance, that they can win something. It's kind of like, oh, if I open this one pack, I can get by one more level. Not, but who cares, right? Like, just because you go from level 21 to 22 doesn't mean that you're going to win the prize car. But for that 40% of players, it's that like false sense of progression, that they're going from, 21 to 22. So they think that, they're improving, that they're getting closer to the prize car, but in reality, they're not. It doesn't matter if you, fail at level 22 or if you fail at level 1. If you fail, you fail. If you don't win a prize car, you don't win a prize car. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I feel like 40% of the players, they just think like, oh, if they get a little bit closer, if they think that they get one level above, they have a better chance than a tri-series, it doesn't make a difference, right? But yeah, that's the percentage of players I feel like Hutch is trying to get to pay, right, to increase the revenue margins, whatever it may be, and that's why I think we're seeing a shift in how tri-series cars, I keep calling them tri-series cars out of habit, but how legendary prize cars are given out. Instead of a tri-series, now they give you a challenge where it gives you a false perception of hope. But really, you're not going to get it, unless you spend a lot of money on the game. Probably as much, if not more money on a challenge than you would spend on a tri-series. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how it works. Second comment, I'm just going from top comment to below, right? So it's Fins, he's saying bring back Golems. I'm not going to bring back Golems. I'm sorry. Very simple, right? For me, I'm the kind of person where I will only make content if I'm passionate about the content. So I want you guys to feel validated in the sense that every video that I've made, that you've watched, has been made out of passion. I'm not just doing it to slap shit on a wall, right? If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. That's just who I am, right? If I'm not passionate about something, I'm not going to do it. And that's why recently I've not been posting as much about top drives. I used to post every single day, but now I'm posting every 2 days, every 3 days. And that's because there's not a lot of content to talk about on top drives right now. Everything is repetitive and mundane. It's just play challenge, play challenge, play challenge, play challenge. Nobody wants to watch that. I know nobody wants to watch that, right? I don't want to make content that nobody wants to watch either. Or if I'm going to make content that nobody wants to watch, I'm going to make content that I want to make. Like a sound map video or a Hot Wheel video, or even a video like this. I don't know if a discussion video like this is going to interest a lot of you guys watching right now. But yeah, Golems, I don't think that's coming back. I'm sorry. I barely have passion to play on my main account. What makes you think I have passion to play on my backup account? Also, the entire point of Golems was to win a Tri-Series at the end of the year. They removed the Tri-Series. What do you want me to do? You know, what do you want me to do? You know, if anything, it was easier for me. It was easier of a Tri-Series than it was of a challenge, especially from a free-to-play account like Golems. Think about it. On my Golems account, I've been saving up gold and keeping 5 open slots. And all I needed to do was open a bunch of packs, get the right cards, get the 5 right cars, win a Tri-Series. All I needed was 5 open slots, get the right cars, upgrade them, and then I go win a Tri-Series on a free-to-play account as long as I played my cards correctly. Now, if I want to win a legendary prize car, I'm going to need like 250 open slots, 250 different cars. Yeah, they're not epic. Yeah, they're not legendary. But still, I need to upgrade like probably 10 ultra rares, 15 super rares. And that's not fun. Because I'd rather, you know, unpack some pretty cool epics and max some pretty cool cars than go in and, you know, collect 25 shitty commons and maxing them to get by 10 levels in one chapter of a 22 chapter challenge for a Tri-Series, not a Tri-Series, but a legendary prize card. No, so yeah, we're not doing that. All right, next comment, by Jeff Slater. It says, it's starting to feel like a job lately. That's right. You hit the nail on the head. Tri-Series was great because I could pop in every few hours, do my races, have a shot if my hand was worthy. Now I have to do 600 races, get a Lambo that may not get much use, doesn't have the same rush and excitement as a banking as Tri-Series. Yeah, like I said in the first comment as well, nothing beats a Tri-Series. Present people saying that the Tri-Series isn't fair, but what I'm trying to say is that the challenges, they aren't much better. Like I said, they give you a false perception. For a Tri-Series, you're fighting for 50th place. In a challenge, you're fighting to get to level 23 until you plateau and you fail to get 24. But because the prize car was at 25, stopping at 23 makes it feel like you were just out of the prize car range. But in reality, losing is losing, right? So yeah, it really feels like a chore. The game does feel like a chore. I feel like I can't just, you know, pick up my phone and play the game for 5 minutes. No. Now when it comes to top drives, I need to sit down. I need to make sure, you know, I have at least 30 minutes, that no one else is going to bother me. I can't get calls from my business. I can't do anything with my girlfriend. I can't go outside. I can't, you know, just do anything anymore. It's just me and top drives, you know, and the thing is, you know, you gotta know your place, top drives. You gotta know your place, Hutch. You're making a mobile game, okay? You're making a mobile game. This isn't a AAA, you know, Rainbow Six Siege kind of thing, you know? People are not gonna wanna sit down and play your game and just your game. That's not gonna happen, all right? Don't force people to do that. If people do that, it's because, you know, you earned it. You know, you had a fun game that drew people in and they wanted to stay. You cannot force them to stay and play the game for hours and hours and hours. You have to make them want to do that. That's the difference here, right? Here's another one, OG, red line, toilet grenade. My interest in the game is at an all-time low. Consistently disappointing prizes, rubbish events, and objectives that demand we upgrade cars arbitrarily to win said lackluster prizes, like the Lamborghinis mentioned earlier, right? Got 2 videos I need to edit and upload, but cannot find any motivation to do so. What can I say, man? One YouTuber to another. I'm not that much motivated either. I don't know when was the last time Android Fanatic posted a video. I don't think he's much motivated to play top drives either. I can't say that much for anybody else though, but yeah, man, motivation's hard to come by for top drives recently. Love the Evo says very true words about the game. iGaming, how much guys spend to get a Dustkeeper prize car? iGaming, how much guys? Okay, I don't really understand that one. I'm a bit of an unk. If that's like, you know, new Gen Z lingo. Sorry, I accidentally pressed my spacebar and it stopped the recording. Luckily, I noticed that. But anyway, I think I was saying, like, I'm getting old and I don't know this Gen Z lingo anymore. Bro, I'm 25, man. I started recording, YouTube when I was 17. I'm 25 now. I got a, what's the word they call it? The prefrontal cortex is fully developed now. I'm an old man. Anyway, next one, McLaren Senna, TD. What you said is relatable. The new challenges are much less interesting and more effort than a tri-series. Yes, as someone who's played for more than 5 years, the game isn't the same. Yes, exactly. Here's another one. Robert says, I was initially confused about the Finnair prize car being lower RQ with better stats than the Resvani, but then I realized that a UAE car is kind of useless. Definitely a noob trap. Yeah, a UAE car is ridiculously useless. Pigeon for you. Bring back the extraordinary events with 100 plus races with 3 mil big prize. I like those. I did like those. I feel like that should be a monthly thing in Top Drives. 1 month. Okay? We gotta find a balance. We can't do this every single week. I cannot commit to 100 plus races every single week. Okay? Within 2 days or whatever. But yeah, once a month, bring that back. I think it'll be great. Here's one from another OG, Korn. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm picking and choosing challenge and events I want to play. I completed Gaz in 2 days. I have touched the Halloween stuff. I haven't even been playing the Halloween events because they give out no cash or packs. And those 2 prize cards are useless in this game. Yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off. Why is Halloween challenges not giving out cash? To be honest, I'm taking Korn's word for this because I have not played the challenges. But based off my memory, I don't think you get cash, right? It's just the black tokens or something. Well, anyway, I have no interest in the Halloween challenge. I've really not played any of it. I'm not going to. Yeah, but it's crazy. If they really don't give out cash, has Hutch not learned? Summer Games absolutely sucked. It gave out no cash at all, just the reefs. I know that the prizes were good and all, but come on, man, just give it at least 500 to 1,000 cash. It's not that big of a difference. But yeah, I mean, you gotta pick and choose. Like what Korn said, you gotta pick and choose what you want to play in Top Drives. You can't play everything. If you play everything, you're gonna pull your hair out. So whatever you want to play, whatever prize cards you want to go for, just go for that. Been playing a lot of Sound Map, right? And when it comes to Sound Map, there are these things called epic hunts, where it's basically like legendary prize car every couple of days that the game releases. But you have to pick and choose, right? What they do is that they make sure that not every player can get every single epic hunt, so you have to pick and choose whichever one you wanted to take, and that's fine. And I feel like I just have to bring that culture to Top Drives now. Just pick and choose your prize cards. You can't believe to get every single one of them. You're just gonna get burnt out, right? Danzig says, need a video about the Ford RS200 rally. Has to be the most ridiculous challenge events Hutch has probably made since the game release. I did play Top Drives a little bit today, and I know what he's talking about. The fact that we have to play 200 races in 3 days for the Tri-Series thing. If you want to get the max amount of points, you have to do 200 races to get all the points available or whatever to get the Ford. It's ridiculous. For Hutch to put Tri-Series on whatever the hell they're putting on this RS200 series right now is honestly a farce. It's an insult to the name Tri-Series. It's like putting the name Mustang on that new MPV, SUV, whatever the hell they're making on the Mustang now, right? The E-Mac or whatever it is. Don't call it a Tri-Series. Whatever they're doing right now is not a Tri-Series. You're insulting the Tri-Series name. You're insulting all the players that actually knew what a Tri-Series meant and what it was. Don't call the new thing a Tri-Series. It's just the same thing. That's the thing that pisses me off with not Tri, but Top Drives recently. They changed the names of all the challenges. It might be an RGP or a Tri-Series Legacy or a GT Series or a whatever the bumble hell, but it's essentially all the same thing. It's just do a challenge. That's it. Do some races in multiplayer. That's it. It's so void of creativity in Top Drives right now. It's ridiculous. Joey LaJoe says, the one prize car I really wanted was the R8 just given out, and I don't have the resources, German powerhouse garage to win it, nor the money to buy it as a broke college. Okay, that's just, you're just crying at that point. You know, that one is just very simple. This is a problem that's been in the game since the beginning. You know, you want to be ready for a next Tri-Series. We're not stupid, guys. We all know that there's going to be, I mean, not Tri-Series, update. If you want to be ready for the next update, we're not stupid, guys. We all know that there's going to be an update, you know, coming in the future. Just wait for the update you want to do, save up for that, and then you'll be ready when it comes around, right? Like for me, I'm just waiting for a Mercedes update at this point. And that's why I'm not, you know, spending any of my coins from the racing objectives for the ceramic packs. I'm just gonna load it all up until the Mercedes pack comes around, Mercedes update comes around in like maybe 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 years. Then I'll go open the packs, right? And then I'll be ready for the Mercedes update by then, because I would have opened like, you know, 600 million packs. But yeah, I mean, that's whatever. Okay, next one, Slabhead. They should do a prize car only event for high trophy player. Oh yeah, I read this one already. I did reply this in the comments. They did do this recently, about 2 weeks ago. Hutch did make an event where it was 5 times prize cars only, but it was done really badly because it was just 5 times prize car only, and that's it. Look, if you do a 5-time prize car only event, that isn't going to highlight the useless prize cars. What I talked about in that video about, you know, prize cars feeling worthless was that there were specific prize cars, but many specific prize cars in the game that were useless because there are prize cars that are better that people are always going to use. So even if you make an event where it's 5-time prize cars, people are just going to use the best ones. Okay, and even if you don't own the best ones, that probably means that you're not going to get a good position in your finish. Like, you're not going to get tier 1 or tier 2 if you don't have the best prize cars, right? Like the Peugeot T16 Pikes Peak, or Alpha 164 Pro Car, or a Rimac Nevera, right? So yeah, even if they made a 5-time prize car event, people are just going to use the best ones, no matter what. So those useless prize cars that I highlighted, like the Corvette Z06 or the Ginetta Akula, they won't be used even in a 5-time prize car event, because there are better options to use. So it's about designing the event that would make those cars shine. Like, for example, Gas Collection, why did they put in the Peugeot 905B? If they made that KTM the best car, that would have given the KTM some use for all players that own the car, right? Because for me, I own the KTM, but I also own the 905B. So like, I will always just choose the 905B because it's a better car anyway. And most people that won the KTM probably won the 905B anyway, right? Like, at least I would say 60% of players that won the KTM probably won the Peugeot 905B. Remember, the 905B was not a Tri-Series prize car, right? So there are more I like to think that there are more 905Bs out there than like Koenigsegg Chimera, for example, because the 905B was a GT series. It wasn't a Tri-Series prize car. So technically there were more people that had a chance of winning that car, because it wasn't limited to top 12 in a bracket. It was however many people could finish the challenge. Next one. What other comments out here seemed pretty interesting? Dominique Petit. The interesting cars on offer can be counted on the fingers of one hand. Yeah. If we look at the last 6 months, the Mustang Cobra Jet was one of them. I agree. That was a very good prize car. I even have difficulty finding a second one. I'll give the second one. You know what was a really good prize car that came out this year? The RQ80 Cadillac Blackwing. Look, I don't want to put insult to the Cadillac because it's a fantastic car, but if one of the best cars, one of the best legendary prize cars given out this year is an RQ80, you got a problem. You got a problem. Whether it's a design problem, whether it's, well, I mean, fundamentally it's a design problem, right? But also is down to, you know, whatever cars you choose to release as well. Which I guess is a design problem, because choosing a prize card does, you know, categorize as game design, what you choose to give out to the players. Yeah, man, Mustang Cobra, Cadillac. What else came out this year that was really good? That's a legendary. I mean, the Camaro was pretty good, but that was an epic, right? So there you go. It's kind of impossible to use all those prize cards, let alone cars in general, all that frequently, says D30. Yeah, it is kind of impossible to use all those prize cards, and I feel like Hutch needs to acknowledge that. So they really shouldn't be awarding a prize card that falls under that category for Halloween, or for anything that requires the players to do like 600,000 races, right? Like, Hutch needs to know their game. They need to know their cars. They need to understand that the card that they're giving out does not equal the effort they're making players do, because no one's going to use that prize car. You know, they should have at least given more incentive for Halloween. Like, why didn't they do a Halloween version of the Draco Dragon? That would have been freaking sick, you know? But instead they want to do a car from the United Arab Emirates. Who the hell actually cares? Anyway, I want to end off today's video, and let me know down in the comments below if you agree or disagree with anything that I'm saying over here, and also let me know down in the comments below if you want me to make more videos like this. There's more discussion-based videos, right? Okay. Last one comes from probably the dumbest comment on this video, but it's also a comment that will summarize top drives to its grave. So this one's from Kochenko. He says, "Anyway, the game has become a pay-to-win game." My guy, the game has always been pay to win. And this is what I feel like Hutch doesn't seem to understand, right? No matter what the hell they do, there will be people like Kochenko that will just sit on their ass and cry and say, the game is pay to win, I cannot do anything. Whether it's a tri-series or, you know, whatever is going on in top drives right now of all the challenges, you're gonna get a comment like that. No matter what, people are just gonna complain. Whether you're doing a pay-to-win tri-series or something more accessible I say in quotation marks, people are always gonna complain. They're always gonna say the game is pay to win. So what's the point of changing the game like this? I really don't understand, man. At this point, I feel like the stage of top drives is in a lose-lose scenario. The veterans are not happy, the new players are not happy, and the people that complain are just always gonna complain regardless. No matter what you do, no matter what you do to the game, they're always gonna say the game is pay to win, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know why Hutch is trying so hard to appease a different demographic of player when, you know, the tri-series thing was just going so well anyway. I don't know, man. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Am I tweaking? You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? I think a lot of people agreed looking at the comments. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Wash your hands. I'm Blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies. They so fine. Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies. They so fine. Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville Atlantic. Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop